If there is anyone out there that has any UFO videos and want to share them with our channel, they will get full credit for them. Send them via email, and if we decide to use them, we will put them up in our video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so you will be notified when we come out with new videos. Some say an alien civilization existed before mankind was born on planet Earth. Others say aliens from another planet come on Earth and helped mankind to be born. They believe those aliens come to Earth from time to time, keeping track of how humans are progressing, looming over us like gods. Here are, unknown to most of us, such alien races in contact with Earth. 10. Greys. The Greys come from a star system known as Zeta Reticuli, which is a star system located somewhere in the southern celestial hemisphere. And it is thought to be one of the alien races in contact with the Earth. At a little over 40 light-years away, they're practically our closest neighbors. The type of neighbors that you conveniently forget to invite over for a dinner party. If we had to pick out one particular race in the cosmos and call them the bad guys, it would definitely be these guys. Tall and humanoid with a long head, and distinctive gray features, they are the most commonly depicted alien life form in our media. And are also the beings that are most commonly described by alien abductees who have been returned to Earth. The Greys have the greatest tendency to be involved in abductions because they like to stockpile humans. They think of Earth the way that you would of a chicken farm, just brimming with genetic material that they can't wait to get their hands on. They come to Earth to pick up a juicy selection, then take it home to do cosmos only knows what. On the off chance that they're not happy with their selection, then they bring it back and choose another. 9. The Sasani hybrids are particularly common across the cosmos and are believed to be of the alien races in contact with the Earth. Some even believe that we humans are genetic hybrids ourselves, but that's a discussion for another conspiracy forum. The Sasani is a hybrid that was developed from reptilians and gray humans. Their development was found to be necessary after the Greys mutated themselves through genetic experimentation to a point where they could no longer reproduce using conventional means, i.e. alien sex, and were only able to spawn new generations by cloning themselves. Cloning is well and good if you want to create new beings. However, it gives no genetic variation over successive generations, which leads to problems. So they came to Earth and convinced a few people to share our genetic information with them. From this genetic crossover, the universe was blessed with an entirely new type of being, the Sasani, who in a way are like our interstellar cousins. They were then given their own planet and allowed to roam free and evolve into the best beings that they can be. The Sasani have a stronger connection with their higher selves and are believed to be where humans will one day be. Although they are millennia ahead of us and are one of up to 15 alien races that are actively engaged in humanity's conscious awakening. 8. Arcturians. Of all of the species known believed to inhabit the Milky Way, the Arcturians are the most ancient and the wisest. They are said to be one of the alien races in contact with the Earth. If Yoda came from any one of the alien species on this list, it would probably have been this one. Theirs was the first system to be given the gift of life in our galaxy, and all of the other species, ours included, may have descended from them. They've mutated and evolved over their time and now exist in many forms. The main race of Arcturians stands to about 5 feet with green skin and large eyes that can see right through you. Just like most nerds, this race's development of their minds rather than their bodies made them small in stature. So you could probably take one of them in a fist fight. However, their advanced intelligence means that if an alien species out there know how to use the Force from Star Wars, it's these guys, so watch out. Thankfully, they do have a reputation for being the kindest and loving beings in the galaxy. So if you manage to piss them off, then you must be a douchebag of galactic proportions. 7. The Nordics look like Norse gods, a blonde with brilliant blue eyes and the bodies of 6 foot tall, finely toned athletes. You can see where the Scandinavians got their inspiration for Thor from. The Greys got a lot of attention when it comes to alien sightings. But the Nordics are a species that come into contact with humans almost as much as they do. However, they are more interested in the well-being of the human race than the Greys are. Even though some eyewitness reports claim to have seen Nordics in the same alien craft as Greys. A possible explanation for this is that those Greys were slaves or servants to the Nordics, as Grey's lack of empathy makes it an ideal butler. Point 6. The Pleiadians come from a bright star cluster known as the Pleiades. And they are one of the beings in the Milky Way that closely resemble humans. They are thought to be one of the alien races in contact with the Earth. Therefore, you could be sitting in a room with one right now and not even know it. A major difference between us and them is that they are particularly sensitive to the physic energies that are constantly streaming across the universe. This means that the best way of reaching out to one of them would be by concentrating on sending out psychic messages. Put simply, if you really want to meet up with a Pleiadian for a cup of tea or a few brews, just sit down and meditate on it. Whether they choose to show up or not depends on how much they're feeling your psychic energy, so sending messages like, "Get your interstellar B*****TS over here, now," are unlikely to work out well for you. Point 5. The Yahyel. There's been a lot of talk about which race will be the first to officially disclose their presence to Earthlings. The one that alien experts, assuming that you can call them that, all seem to agree on is the Yahyel. This is one of the alien races in contact with the Earth, and is known to be kind and loving. Also, they have been touted as the best beings to make the first contact with us due to their advanced and harmonious relationship with technology. Something that we here on Earth are having a little trouble balancing out. Whenever a new invention comes about, we weaponize it first, feed the hungry second. The Yahyel know that we're not the friendliest beings out there. So they're taking their time to make themselves known by easing their way into our psyches with friendly UFO sightings. Such as the March 1997 sighting known as the Phoenix Lights that they claim responsibility for. During that event, they gave thousands of people across the state of Arizona in North America a spectacular light show in the sky. And there's even a video for anybody who missed it. Point 4. The Anunnaki human beings were able to successfully colonize another planet. What would be the first thing we'd do? Pillage it for resources, of course, which is exactly what the Anunnaki did when they arrived on Earth. They came from Planet X, aka Nibiru, an almost mythical planet that some scientists believe rotates around our Sun on a very wide elliptical orbit that takes it far out into the expanses of space before coming back in for a close shave with our Sun. This crazy elliptical orbit is what makes its presence so hard to prove. However, the presence of the Anunnaki has been noted down in texts that date back to Mesopotamian cultures. They are believed to be one of the alien races in contact with the Earth. Anyway, on Nibiru's last brush with the planets of the inner solar system, it crashed into another rock. And the resulting collision created a planet that we now call Earth. While their planet was here, a few of the Anunnaki hopped off of their world and onto ours in search of a yellow element that they covet called gold. Have you ever wondered why gold is so valuable? Yeah, it's shiny, but it doesn't do anything useful like heal the sick or produce energy. So why do we as a species desire it so much? We desire it because the Anunnaki desire it. And while they were here, they enlisted us as their workforce to mine it for them. That's right, our entire existence is based on working our socks off every day, so that our alien overloads can have their fix of gold and other precious metals. Isn't that grand? 3. Alpha Draconians. The Anunnaki was one of the alien races in contact with the Earth. They were not the first race involved in the racket of mining minerals on our little blue planet. Before them came the Alpha Draconians. Standing at up to 22 feet tall, these badass beings are made up of pure muscle. And they resembled dinosaurs or dragons. As you can imagine, they were very unhappy when the Anunnaki showed up and took over. However, they are still active on our planet with puppets placed in the high echelons of government, as they bide their time in an attempt to take over once again. Point 2. The reptilians before the Anunnaki stopped by and genetically engineered a bipedal workforce to dig up dirt for them. There was a race of intelligent beings who lived here, and is thought to be one of the alien races in contact with the Earth. We know them as the reptilians. Scaly and standing to about the size of a human being. They were driven underground by the Anunnaki, where they are said to still reside today in a network of complex underground tunnels. Those that are open-minded and curious may be able to find these tunnels and pop in for a visit. However, considering that we're the reason that they can't come up for a breath of fresh air, They'll likely skin you alive and leave your skeleton on a stick hanging outside of the entrance as a warning to any other scale-less punks who decide to invade their territory. You've been warned. Point 1. Nomos. Some alien species chose to interact with certain tribes on Earth that they just happened to get along with better. The Scandinavians had the Nordics and the Dogons. A tribe indigenous to Mali in northern Africa had the Nomos, who hailed from the brightest star in our night sky, Sirius. The Dogons knew centuries before modern science caught up that Sirius is actually made up of 3 stars. And they even knew how long it took for Sirius B to go around Sirius A. Considering that they were millennia away from inventing devices powerful enough to see Sirius close up, it makes sense that they had visitors from that section of the galaxy who told them about it.